Good morning, Muscatine. It's a beautiful day for a parade, right? Right? Tell me this is exactly what we wanted for a homecoming parade. Not sure who ordered this, but whoever it is, you're on my list. Just say that. Excuse me. Obviously, it's Thursday. If you didn't make it out to the Powder Puff game last night, you missed an absolutely amazing time. The junior and senior girls put on an absolute entertaining show, let's say that. I won't spoil it, but you can look for the highlights that we'll have out later if you didn't find out who won already. But tonight, obviously, the homecoming parade starts at 6 from Grant and heads out towards the high school before coronation. We'll obviously be broadcasting that all live. We've got some folks from the high school will be stopping out to join me. And then obviously coronation. And you might even be able to, we might try and get a little bit of footage of, they have this amazing, I think amazing is the right word, old car that you get to swing a sledgehammer at for like $1 a swing, like a rage room. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, and then of course tomorrow night we've got the football game starting at 7. So make sure that you're in all your Muskie gear, and if you don't make it out, make sure you're watching it on Discover Muscatine somewhere, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Channel 3, wherever you want. But in the meantime, we've actually got a pretty cool new program to talk about and an event coming up next Saturday. I've got Caleb here with me from the Family Life Center at Calvary. Yes. And Caleb, if you would real quick, just introduce yourself for those that may not know you, and then we'll dive into the cool stuff you got going on.
Sure, yeah, thanks for having me. My name is Caleb Mann. I'm the FLC director at Calvary Church. The FLC is the Family Life Center. It's the side of the building with the mural on it. You can't really miss it. So what that means is I'm essentially running events that are out of that part of the building and utilizing that space to bless the community however we can, whether that's open gym days, pickleball leagues, just whatever we can use that for. So really excited for that role, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and you know, it's so funny, I still think of it, I mean, I don't still think of it this way, but when I think back and think like it was an account of foods, and what you guys do with it, it's just absolutely amazing. So, you guys, let's actually start with the new program first, because I think that's kind of, I mean, not that 5Ks aren't cool, but I think that's the coolest thing.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you guys have got a new 7th and 8th grade after-school program that started this year. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about how that kind of came to be and what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So looking forward to starting it. We're just waiting for students to get signed up right now, so we have the numbers to start it. So if anyone has any 7th or 8th graders or knows someone that can benefit from the program, we'd love to get them signed up. But the idea behind it is we saw Flickinger Learning Center and what they're doing in Muscatine and really appreciate the program that they run, the after-school program they already have. That goes through 6th grade, so that stops once they're out of elementary school. Yep. And so I met with Danny, the director at Flickinger Learning Center, and said, is there anything you know of for junior high students in Muscatine? And there wasn't that she knew of. There might be some little things that are unofficial, and we just really felt there's a need for that age to have an after-school program in Muscatine. And one of the statistics that's not specific to Muscatine, but on a national level, is that about 20% of junior high students go home and they're by themselves or just with siblings. There's no parents because they're still working till 5 o'clock maybe. And so trying to provide a place where they can be safe, still be a kid, run around in the gym, get some help with schoolwork if they need it, get those grades to where they should be. And so trying to use the space that we have to meet a need that we see in the community.
Which is great. I mean, and we were talking a little bit before the show. I actually was on the board at Flickinger and worked there for a while. And it's, you know, education obviously is a core success driver for any community. And after school programs are huge drivers in that. I mean, I'll probably slaughter these numbers, but like back in the day when if a kid isn't reading at level by 3rd grade, it lowers their chance of graduation by a ton.
Sure.
And all these things. And so that's where, you know, a lot of the Flickinger programs came from, is that early intervention function. But I mean, I remember back then, we kind of always felt back, because like once they left elementary, it was kind of like they were going off a cliff, right? Yeah. Because middle school's always been sort of this, like, no man's land before you get to high school where there's all that kind of stuff going on, and it's just sort of there.
Yeah.
And you can't have it overly structured because kids that age, structure not a thing.
Yep.
And so I love just how you guys describe it. It sounds like it's going to be like a mesh almost of
Yes.
like being able to flex around what each kid needs.
Yeah, so the day-to-day of the program, we're looking at running it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for this year instead of 5 days a week. But they'll show up, they'll get a snack, they'll be able to be bused there from Susan Clark straight to the FLC.
Oh, that's handy.
Program's completely free, so there's zero cost to the student, to the family. Bust from Susan Clark to the FLC, and then get some kind of snack each day, and then about 45 minutes for school work and 45 minutes to run in the gym, play basketball, dodgeball, just run around and blow off steam.
Yep, and I think, I thought I had it here. I've got the 5K. Well, I thought I was going to be smooth and show you. Never mind, ignore me. So when you guys started this, I mean, obviously it's a significant commitment, right? I mean, it's not, this isn't this isn't the kind of thing that you can go, oh, we're going to do this for a week and see what happens and then just kind of wing it from there. So how did you guys pull together the resources to actually make this happen?
Sure. So I'm passionate about students and just helping students get through school. I used to help at Susan Clark, well, when it was West Middle School still,
right.
With some math stuff for some students, and have always just loved helping students succeed in whatever that looks like. And so a couple years ago, I had this idea of let's start an after-school program. We have the space; it's not used during those afternoon time slots, and some of the leadership team at Calvary was on board with it, and so slowly getting it going to just run with it. But as far as the resources, that's part of what we're doing the Mad Creek 5K for next Saturday, is to help fund this program from a financial aspect. The space we've already got, and then volunteers we've got as well. So
yeah, there we go.
There
so
you go.
Chris, can you get a quick shot of this? So if you go to the Calvary website, right up at the top, there's this is actually the page, but you'll find this, and you can register here. It gets you to all the information and all that fun stuff for next Saturday.
Yeah.
So, well, let's talk about that for a quick moment.
Sure.
So it's the Mad Creek 5K.
Yes.
Coincidence, it's almost like you guys are on Mad Creek.
It is not a mud run. I've been asked that several times.
Yeah.
Yes. You're not going to get wet, muddy. You're running alongside, parallel with the creek.
Right. So it'll be out at Calvary. And this, again, folks, this is all like right here, super clean, super easy to use, ridiculously easy. But you'll start at the church. You can register online. Can you register day of?
You can register day of, yep. If you're like me and you postpone it and you're like, I'm going to wait to see what the weather does, I get that. You can sign up that morning and race that same day. Might not get the shirt size that you want.
Right.
That's the one.
That's always the catch.
One catch.
It's always the catch.
But you can sign up the day of MadCreek5K.com. We have that domain, so it's super easy to get to, and it pulls you right. It redirects you right to that. Yep, exactly. But yeah, we're super excited for that next Saturday.
Yeah, the nice thing about these sorts of things, I'm obviously not a runner, but if you just want to contribute and participate, sign up.
Yeah.
Get a shirt. Yeah. And you're good. I mean, you don't technically have to run it.
No,
I mean, you're not going to hunt
We'll
people
take your
down,
$25
right? Exactly.
and give you a shirt, and you're supporting a great cause. Again, it's not just the run. It's more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, the biggest thing about things like this is it's a great, easy, fun way for people to be involved. Like this weekend is the mental health run over at Toyota, at Next Gen. Pardon me, Next Gen. I was thinking the old Toyota building. Holy cow, my apologies. Yeah, the Next Gen 5K. Holy cow. And Ms. Greenhall was actually here last week, and so anyway, is there anything else? Okay, so we know we've got a new cool after-school program. Kids can register now. Well, families can register, reach out, get you all connected.
Real quick on that, it's not just for kids that are struggling in school.
Right.
It could be, your kid could be getting all A's and B's, but you don't get home till 5:30, or you don't get off work until 5, and you want them to have somewhere to go. By all means, it's not just for at-risk students.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's, and that was sort of the way, as Flickinger grew in some of those initial stages, at first it was like a lot of like at risk, and then it just like the need is there for everybody. I mean, and so it's, I don't know what the numbers are now, Flickinger for attendance or anything like that, but I would have to assume even as large as they get, there's always going to be more kids that could potentially want to go, and especially when there was none in the 7th and 8th grade, or no capacity in the 7th and 8th grade anyway. So,
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's like, you guys have been busy, huh?
Yes, and so super excited though about the 5K next Saturday. Hy-Vee is our presenting sponsor, so Matt Schweizer over at Hy-Vee has been great to work with, and so they're going to support us financially and with food, water for the runners. So it will look like a 5K, even though it's our first one. You're going to have the snacks, the waters, the medals if you're top 3 in your age group. But one thing that I often forget to mention is there's also a kids mile run.
Oh, right.
So there's a kids mile run for 14 and under, and there's different age brackets for that. And then even more fun, in my opinion, is a toddler race that's free. The toddler race, you just bring any kids you have 2 and under, and they'll do like a 40-yard dash, get a little plastic gold medal, and that'll be really more for entertainment for the parents probably than for the toddlers. But
when we did the color runs way back when, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a kitty dash that was like, it wasn't even, I mean, it was literally like a 50-yard sprint that they just got covered in color, and and the best pictures ever.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Everybody having a bunch
absolutely.
of fun. So now, do you have any need for like volunteers for the program or anything along those lines? Or
so right now I've got several volunteers for the program. So at this point we're pretty well covered there.
Gotcha.
If it starts to grow, I mean, I would love this program to grow and be 5 days a week and 50 kids every day. And then we might get into that point where if someone is a retired school teacher, if someone if they are specialized in helping with a one-on-one band instruction or something like that, then I'd love them to reach out to me. That's just Caleb at calvaryonline.org.
Yep.
They can reach out to me with any of that.
And if you can't even remember that, just literally go to the staff. You'll see his picture.
Yes, that
It's
works too.
Super easy.
Yeah.
So next Saturday, register online now. 5K mile for the kids. If you've got a 7th and 8th grader that needs somewhere to go, reach out.
Please.
I mean, it's so much good stuff. But the nice thing is there's not a lot of details you have to cover in this.
Yeah.
It's simple, right? Like, it's just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. Is just do it.
Yep,
So,
absolutely.
do you have anything else, Bud? I mean,
I don't think so. I think that about covers it. Sign up for the race.
Sign up for the race.
Yes.
We'll just keep hitting that. Sign up for the
Yes.
race, sign up for the race, sign up for the race.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for stopping in.
Absolutely.
It was a
Thanks
blast.
for having me. Yeah.
And absolutely, thank you for you and the rest of the Calvary organization for stepping up to fill that need, because it's definitely there. So, and then a quick reminder again, tonight, 6 o'clock, we've got the homecoming parade and coronation. 7 o'clock tomorrow, a football game. And until we see you again, don't forget to attack the rest of the day with an